What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dermy Wormy, and I'm coming at you with a new video, and it looks like Rachel Zegler's possibly going to destroy the Snow White movie. I'm not even gonna bury the lead. Over the weekend, actually over the past couple of weeks, more and more things have been resurfacing over what Rachel Zegler has said in the past. People have been criticizing her. People have been rightfully pointing out where she's hypocritical, where she has changed her stances on stuff, and it's starting to bite Disney in the butt, mainly because Rachel Zegler is an awful person to be playing this role. Come over here. From the Daily Mail, exclusive branding expert warns Rachel Zegler backlash could ruin Disney's big-budget Snow White remake and predict executives will be having crisis talks in order to win back fans ahead of 2024 release. Now, first of all, let's just go with the obvious. Rachel Zegler is playing Snow White, and I'll scroll down a little bit. She's Snow White. Character that was named because her skin was white as snow. Ignore when Rachel Zegler was first cast, the entire race argument, saying that we were all racist for pointing out basic facts, things like that. You know, ignore all that. Ignore the fact that Rachel Zegler is a overtly racist person. Ignore all that. We're just going to go off of her latest comments, and I have a few of them pulled up. We got this. Rachel Zegler seems like the most annoying person ever. Sorry, not sorry, from me. And we'll go with this one, because this was her just recently on the whole strikes going on in...
I'm going to stand there 18...
The whole strikes going on in Hollywood.
If I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
God. And I know that one's not as bad as, you know. Well, we'll come back to that one. We got this one from Drew Hernandez, where she's just yelling victim the whole time.
Video is going to get taken out of context, and I know that at this point I can't really stop people from doing that, because that's what my whole existence on the internet is just me being taken out of context and stuff, which is fine. That's what I signed up for, isn't it? But I never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have when I say that this has been the biggest adjustment of my life, like understanding the way my...
Now, throughout the article, we'll go through some stuff. They talk about crisis interventions, the fact that, you know, Disney's going to have to sit down and talk to her, and maybe she should do a video clarifying her statements and stuff. And that's what this whole video is. And my God, it gets worse.
My life operates now, being who I am, and the things that I've been so fortunate to make. It comes with so much ground that I never thought I would be able to cover, and that people think I'm doing poorly, and other people think I'm doing gracefully, and I don't think I'm doing it at all. So when I tell you that it's hard, I just mean to be inside my brain. That's hard. And I'm there 24/7. I can't get out of it. And I don't know if that will make sense, but that's where I'm at. I'm so grateful for the things that I'm able to do. And a lot of what I'm able to do is because of you guys. And I'm so unbelievably thankful for that. At the end of the day, I look at this trip and think if someone...
I wonder, I might be wrong on my dates and everything, but I do know in this particular version, she starts blaming death threats and things like that. We got this from a little while ago, and I've played this a few times, but I do love this clip so much because it exemplifies not just what she is, but what this Snow White version is going to be.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere.
Yeah, so they're just changing it. It's not 1937 anymore, guys. She's not dreaming about true love anymore, guys. Oh, and then we got this one. This is from Dell, and I try to save this one for the end because it exemplifies her hypocrisy as well of Rachel Zegler just being an awful human being.
I get stopped for photos every time I'm online for the Snow White ride, and it is I have to pretend like, oh God, well, crazy that we're in front of this.
Wait, how long?
It's like I'm standing there waiting for the photo op, being like,
Well, you kind of are, you know?
No, I guess
like
so.
if Harrison Ford.
I'm Snow White!
Oh, look at that. She's so happy. Remember, guys, she was so proud originally to be Snow White because Snow White was so important to her growing up. I want you guys to remember all this.
Is that your favorite ride? I mean, that's a weird thing that you are Snow White now.
I mean,
Wow.
it's one of the original. I'm a really big Disney fan. I grew up at the Disney parks. My parents took me every summer.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's like, it's a part of my upbringing. It's my favorite thing. So it's just one of those things that
Yeah,
comes with
don't.
the
Well,
territory.
then if you love it, don't let them scare you.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again.
That's all you really need. When Rachel Zegler was first announced to be Snow White, and I know this is going all over the place, but we'll come back to basically going over the ideas of what the article has. When she was first announced to be Snow White, she was out here, you know, crying and screeching and saying, Snow White was so important to me and my people. It's so important to the Latin community, to the Latin American community. Snow White was just amazing. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. And now we find out, no, she's never watched. She watched it once and never picked it up again. It was not inspirational to her. It was not a part of her heritage. And now we got crisis impacts. Rachel Zegler's comments about the upcoming live-action Snow White remake could have a huge impact on ticket sales. Branding experts have warned. The 22-year-old actress has received plenty of backlash. Oh God, I just got canceled. After she admitted that she hated the original 1937 movie and branded the storyline weird while referring to the prince character as a stalker. Now, it's been a long time since I've seen the movie. I don't even think I own it anymore. I used to own it. I know the importance of the movie. Personally, I think this is where the whole idea of the Prince Charming has no real character idea comes from. But again, I haven't seen this movie since maybe over 11 years. It's been forever since the last time I actually watched this movie. And I don't remember whole huge plot lines. I remember like the basics, you know, but I never really portrayed the prince as being a stalker, to be quite honest with you. But okay. Scary? No. The witch, stepmom, witch, whatever you said was just weird. I was always more of a Sleeping Beauty kind of guy. You know, that was my thing. The big budget Disney movie is scheduled for release in March 2024, and now it has been predicted that executives will be having crisis talks in order to do some serious damage limitation following the negative response to Rachel's stances. The backlash occurred after several videos of Rachel speaking negatively about the original film in various interviews last year resurfaced online, where she said of her version of the character, she's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to dream about true love. Yeah, because your character is no longer the character. You are somebody completely different, so why are you even calling it Snow White? You've actively now... We found out that you hated the character of Snow White. You hated the original movie. You only watched it once, never picked it up again. But hey, you're going around saying how important it was for you at the beginning. I should find those quotes, you know. That's actually interesting. As well as being labeled a fake feminist, some critics accuse Rachel of gaslighting, and one marketing consultant has warned that Disney will need to be careful with how they have portrayed Snow White. Now, they go into several different PR experts, branding experts. Basically, all of them end up saying, yeah, Rachel Zegler is an awful person that basically needs to be outside the line of any of these interviews, any of these promotional things that she's putting out, anything that she's doing, she seriously needs to be not there. Which is weird for, a star, but at the same time, we recently had that happen. If you guys don't remember, we had this happen with the Flash movie. What would I do? Just had his name. My God, main character of Flash. Ian? No, it's not Ian. It's not Elijah. Why? Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller didn't do any of the promotional runs for The Flash. Now, some people are thinking that helped hurt it. No, the real reason was Ezra Miller was a part of it. There's several factors as to why Flash didn't go well. But remember, I think Ezra Miller was only there for the red carpet and did no promotions at all for The Flash. So it's not unheard of to potentially have more actors not do promotional materials for these movies. Now, when it comes to Rachel Zegler, I 100% agree. I don't think she should be out there promoting this movie, whatever. I don't think this movie should be happening. But when you have, outright examples of her basically lambasting the original, outright saying how she didn't watch it at all, even though it was super important to her. She only watched it once. It was super important to her, but never picked it up again because it was weird and creepy. How she's going around doing things like this. And I don't know if this is, I should have double checked this video, because I know in one of these videos, she goes around and starts saying the death threats are so awful, the death threats. So it begs me to believe that maybe recently they did have a conversation with her, and her opinions are being taken out of context, what have you. She's an awful person. I'm not going to agree 100% with, Drew here on she's worse than Brie Larson. I think she's on par with Brie Larson. But in the end, guys, that's all I have for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out with friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, guys. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.